That's a painting one of my kids did. There's Santa Claus and there's Mrs. Claus.
Honey, how many fingers does Mrs. Santa Claus have here?
11. Black Eyed Peas have calcium.
All the calcium in the world ain't gonna make up for this nasty taste.
It might have made up for your broke arm.
You want it, you get it yourself. I can't drive. There's something to work toward, isn't it?
There are no jobs out there because I have looked and looked and looked and looked.
Pretty woman, wonder where my secret lies? I ain't cute or built to fit a fashion model size.
She's talking about Oprah.
Where did I go wrong with you? You can't make yourself happy bringing misery to other people.
What I need to know is, can you fund me $50?
What?
I'd like a ticket to Butt.
I believe it's pronounced Butte.
Oh.
Demons. What do they want?
A soul.
Y'all won't believe this, but did you know that Miss Alfre Woodard, one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, once walked off a major film set and told the director to kiss where the sun don't shine? Now that's the kind of tea we're serving today.
Harlem doesn't need a hero. It needs a queen.
Listen up, because I'm about to spill everything about this queen who's been giving us life on screen for over 4 decades.
Get these magnolias off my tree.
The judge hadn't decided who exactly owns that tree.
I need a judge to tell me what's mine.
And trust me, beneath that elegant exterior, there's more drama than you'd expect from this Yale Drama School dropout. Yes, you heard that right. Born in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1952.
And my way of looking at people and meeting people where they are, that comes from my upbringing in my family and in my community in Tulsa. I grew up in North Tulsa.
Little Alfre wasn't always the composed queen we know today. Growing up as one of 3 children to her interior designer mama and entrepreneur daddy.
I have a brother and a sister. My brother's 4 years older. My sister's 6 years older. My father was from a family of 12. My mom was from a family of 12.
She was actually a bit of a troublemaker in school. She got suspended for wearing pants when girls were supposed to wear skirts. Talk about being ahead of her time. But baby, that rebellious spirit would serve her well later in life. Now, let me tell you all about the Yale drama tea. Miss Woodard had the audacity to drop out because, and I quote, "They weren't teaching me anything." Child, imagine having that kind of confidence. She basically told one of the most prestigious drama schools in the country, thanks, but no thanks. But here's where it gets juicy. Her career took off like a rocket, making all them Yale professors eat their heart out. She landed her first major film role in Remember My Name in 1978.
I'm looking for Mr. Nudd.
Mr. Ned's not in.
Cop says he's here.
Well, he's busy.
And honey, she never looked back. But don't think it was all smooth sailing. Word on the street is that during the filming of Cross Creek in 1983,
I understand lonesome. My life with Leroy was lonesome.
she had such heated arguments with the director that they barely spoke except when absolutely necessary. Yet, what did our girl do? Snatched an Oscar nomination anyway. Now let's talk about love, because Miss Alfre's got herself a romance story that'll make you believe in forever. She's been married to writer Roderick Spencer since 1983.
Your husband is a screenwriter, is he not?
Yes.
And here's the gag. They're an interracial couple who tied the knot when it was still raising eyebrows in Hollywood. But wait for it. Some family members on both sides weren't too happy about their union initially. Did that stop them? Please. They've been going strong for 40 plus years, adopted 2 beautiful children, Mavis and Duncan.
Oh my God, I need a tissue. Being a mother, it is the deepest, most significant task I've ever had the privilege of taking on.
And wait, a grandbaby, and showed everybody how love wins.
So you have a grandbaby too, right?
I do. I have Dawson, and here's my grandbaby. Okay, don't. Oh, yeah.
Great
hang on.
But child, let me tell you about the real drama. During the filming of Heart and Souls in 1993,
Ask him, Thomas. Ask him if he was adopted.
rumors flew that she and Robert Downey Jr. couldn't stand each other on set. The tension was so thick that you could cut it with a knife. But years later, they both admitted it was because they were trying to out-method act each other. The foolishness.
You feel better.
She feel better.
Enough!
Yeah.
We've forgotten your basic problem here. We got to keep moving.
Speaking of tension, let's spill the tea about her time on Desperate Housewives.
It's easy. It's painless. It's just a few extra drops. He simply falls asleep.
Word is, she didn't exactly mesh with all her castmates. Some sources say she found the show's portrayal of race a bit problematic and wasn't afraid to speak up about it behind the scenes. But did that stop her from delivering a performance that had us all gagged? Absolutely not. Now about that infamous walking off set incident I mentioned earlier. It happened during a film in the early 90s when a director made some inappropriate comments about her race. Miss Alfre wasn't having any of it. She packed up her things, told him exactly where he could go, and left. The production had to shut down for 3 days until they could smooth things over. The best part, the director had to make a public apology. Now, let's talk about her movie magic, because Miss Alfre has been serving roles that have left Hollywood shook. Take 12 Years a Slave.
Got no cause to worry for my sensibilities. I ain't felt the end of a lash in more years I can't recall.
Honey, her portrayal was so powerful, she made audiences weep and critics stand up and take notice. She played Mistress Harriet Shaw with such a nuanced complexity that even in a small role, she stole every scene she was in.
Wouldn't be Epps' concern.
I'd rather not say.
A little gossip on the side would be fine. All things in moderation.
Speaking of iconic roles, let's break down her movie resume that'll have you gagging. In Spike Lee's Crooklyn, she played Carolyn Carmichael so authentically.
I'm tired of standing here waiting. Pick up the fork and eat the peas. Now!
That people swore she wasn't acting, but just being herself. The family dynamics in that film, pure Black family realness that had everybody recognizing their own mama in her performance. But get this, Lee and Woodard reportedly had multiple heated debates about the script, with Alfre pushing for more depth in her character's representation. Juanita was a whole mood, and she didn't just act in it, she produced it too.
Why don't I lend you an apron?
Go spread the word. Black lady cooking at the diner.
The Netflix film was a middle finger to Hollywood's limited roles for mature Black women. Word on the street is that she developed this project specifically to show that Black women over 50 can be the heroes of their own stories.
Are there ones that you just felt really close to?
I love Juanita because I get her and she is unapologetic, finally, in her life.
And baby, she did that. The film was a testament to her refusing to be put in a box.
I've been working at this place for 9 years. I got 3 grown kids by 2 deadbeat daddies.
Let's not even begin to talk about the powerhouse she was in Luke Cage.
Oh, we could tussle a little bit, no doubt. But I think it might make your girlfriend Claire a little jealous. Because without me, God help Harlem. God help us all.
Watching you in Luke Cage.
Oh, great.
You were composed. You did the range.
And she was a boss.
Wasn't she?
Now, for all my Disney babies, you may not know this, but Alfre voiced Sarabi.
You told us you didn't get to the gorge in time.
Yes, that's true.
Then how did you see the look in Mufasa's eyes?
In The Lion King, and not just the animated version, but the 2019 remake too. Here's some tea. She fought hard to ensure Sarabi wasn't just a background character, but had real emotional depth. During recording sessions, she reportedly challenged the directors about giving her character more substantial dialogue. And then there's Clemency.
How do you keep doing it?
I do my job. You want to play as good guys and bad guys, and I'm one of the bad guys.
A film that nearly broke Hollywood because of its raw, unflinching look at the death penalty. Alfre's performance was so gut-wrenching that she won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance. But child, the controversy wasn't just on screen. She used the film's platform to speak out against systematic racism in the justice system.
So I Through the process of researching so deeply for this film, I developed a passion for advocating for the humanity of people who are incarcerated.
Making some powerful people very uncomfortable. Let's talk awards, because Miss Alfre has been collecting trophies.
And the winner is Alfre Woodard.
Like some people collect shoes. She's racked up 4 Emmy Awards, including wins for Hill Street Blues.
Now to the nominations for Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. And the winner is Alfre Woodard as Doris Robeson for Hill Street Blues.
And L.A. Law, proving she could dominate both stage and screen. Her Screen Actors Guild Awards tell a story of Black excellence with multiple ensemble cast awards, including a particularly sweet win for 12 Years a Slave.
Got no cause to worry for my sensibilities. I ain't felt the end of a lash in more years I can't recall.
Academy Award nominations came twice, for Cross Creek in 1984.
But you a woman, and you live by yourself, and don't nobody take advantage of you.
And Passion Fish in 1992.
And we're stuck with each other.
The Independent Spirit Awards have been her playground, with multiple wins that celebrate her independent film work. Her NAACP Image Awards are practically a lifetime achievement collection, recognizing not just her acting, but her consistent advocacy for Black representation in media. Perhaps most impressively, she's been nominated for nearly every major acting award: Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, making her one of Hollywood's most decorated and respected actresses.
Are you going to do something to get stronger? And why do you think I need to be stronger? Because the next one may not be so nice as me.
But for Alfre, it's never about the trophies. It's about breaking barriers and telling powerful stories. Health-wise, our girl has been blessed, but she's been open about her struggles with maintaining work-life balance, especially when her kids were young. She's also been vocal about the stress of being a Black actress in Hollywood.
Because in the past 25 years, we were told by people who love us and who had money and position to make the films, yeah, but we can't have a Black woman lead, come be in my project, come do this.
And how she had to develop thick skin early on. But, honey, she turned that stress into success. Let's talk coins, because this queen has been working. With the net worth estimated around $13 million, she's been smart with her money, investing in real estate and supporting various charitable causes. But she'll be the first to tell you she could have made more if Hollywood paid Black actresses their true worth. And yes, she's called out that disparity multiple times. Currently, Miss Alfre is still booked and busy.
This is incredible. Oh my gosh, it's DVD.
Times been very good to some of us.
Oh my gosh.
She's got several projects in development, including some producing ventures, though she's keeping those cards close to her chest. She recently appeared in Salem's Lot.
I don't see why there would be. It's not a disease you can catch.
I wanted to be in Gary's film, and I got to play Dr. Cody. I didn't have to play anybody's mom.
And has been dropping hints about a director's chair in her future. The biggest controversy these days? Some folks say she's had work done because she's aging like fine wine.
If you get put out, somebody will let you come stay with them.
But Alfre just laughs it off, saying her secret is good genes, clean living, and minding my own business. And here's a little known fact that'll make you clutch your pearls. She nearly lost out on several major roles because she refused to play what she called Hollywood's version of a Black woman.
I just want to be able to be like a normal person on a television show. Like, nothing outrageous, just the person that they hire because she lives there and she's the wife and she's doing things and she goes to work.
She told one famous director, whose name we won't mention, but trust me, you know him, that she'd rather work in theater than play a stereotype. The power that has. Through it all, Miss Alfre has managed to keep her private life relatively private, which in itself is controversial in Hollywood.
There are only a handful of actors and actresses and famous people who are in the magazines every single week. There are more people like you, though, who fly under the radar and you live these charmed lives.
No sex scandals, no messy divorces, no public meltdowns, just pure talent and occasional doses of well-justified drama. She's proven that you can be a successful Black actress in Hollywood without compromising your values, even if that means making a few enemies along the way. So, the next time you see Alfre Woodard grace your screen, remember, behind that dignified smile is a woman who's had to cuss out a few directors, check some co-stars, and break a few rules to get where she is. And baby, we love her all the more for it. As they say in show business, that's a wrap. But knowing Miss Alfre, there's probably more tea brewing that we haven't even heard about yet. Stay tuned, because this queen isn't done serving us drama, talent, and inspiration.
I know what it's like to be the object of masses' predilections and peculiarities. Good Lord, to manage them all. I ain't worked a field neither. Where once I served, now I have others serving me. Would you know, Master Epps' consternation to be any lesson with your time to return? Anger's his constant condition. Sit and drink the tea that offered.